श्रीमती राधा रानी की
जय।
श्री राज महाराज की
जय।
जय जय श्री राधे कृष्ण। Yes, you bring this. Okay. कहाँ जा रहे?
Vandeham Sri Guru Sriyotapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagajatam Saganara Gunatam Tam Tam Sudevam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanam Vidamsa Agyana Dhimirandasya Gyanandana Salakaya Jakshurumilidam Yena Tasmai Shigurave Namah Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vaibhava Puri Goswami Niti Namine Gauravani Pajaraya Tutta Sankalpa Murtaye Krishna Shakti Swarubhaya Sri Bhakti Padayane Namah Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamine Divasavana Videvi Taitaya Kripadaye Krishna Sambandha Vikyana Daine Prabhe Namah Namo Gaur Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipalambara Sambodhe Padam Bujade Namah Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchitananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Siva Gauravya Bhavumestam Yadishta Sachanabriham Vaishnava Sapo Manchakalpa Tarubhyasa Kripa Sindhubhya Evaja Paditanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namah Vatanaya Krishna Prem Patayade Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaudese Namah Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kunda Namostude Sapta Kanchana Gauranga Radhe Vrindavan Risabhanus Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Jayatam Surado Bangvamandamade Gati Madhavasya Padam Bhajo Sri Radha Madana Mohano Divyatvindaranya Kalpatumada Simadhatnagara Sima Sanasto Sri Radha Sila Govinda Devo Festali Visevamano Smarami Sriman Rasalasaram Pivam Sivadadastita Gashantenu Shvanai Gopiya Gopinata Sriyestuna Vrindai Tulasi Devai Priyayai Kesavasya Krishna Bhakti Paridevi Satyavaitai Namo Namah Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Bhataram Bhaktakyam Namam Bhakti Shaktikam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Go Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. Today we got loving search for the lost servant, Srila Maharaj. It's not anymore available, so by the mercy of Madhava and Radha Govinda, they printed it. So we can hear it is called the loving search for the lost servant. It is important. When I remember 25 years ago, I got this book from a devotee who got it in India. And after I reading this book, I thought, there's nothing more to know. I don't know what to read more. Everything is very, very intense and very high, on very high level, understandable. Understandable to those who are not familiar with what is spiritual life. Very clearly explained is everything there by His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Radha, Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj. Faith is the only means through which we can see, hear, or feel the higher world. Otherwise, it is all meaningless to us. So this is Bhakti, the tradition of Bhakti. Faith. We have an asam on the Maharaj. Faith, the only means we can see, hear, or feel the higher world. Otherwise, it is all meaningless to us. To understand that plane, an inner awakening is necessary. We can connect with the upper world only through a higher source. Therefore, divyam jnanam, knowledge of higher plane, is not ordinary knowledge. It is transcendental, supramental, feeling and sense. So knowledge of the higher plane is not ordinary knowledge. You cannot, by reading actually, attain the higher plane, the transcendental plane. It is transcendental, supramental, feeling and sense. But to realize this, surrender is compulsory. After that, we may go on hearing and chanting, remembering and worshipping, and praising the Lord, or rendering so many other kinds of service. But the first thing, the foundation of devotion, must be self-surrender. Otherwise, nothing will be affected, and our show of devotion will all be imitation. So we have to be careful not to become an imitationist. Without surrender, we are not understanding what is transcendental life, what is the goal of all living beings. So we must sincerely feel, I shall be faithful in my service to the Supreme Lord. I'm meant for Him. I'm ready to die to live. I want to live for Him only, and not for the fulfilling any separate interest. So I want nothing less than the Absolute. I want to be His completely. This sort of intensity is an indispensable necessity for a devotee. So, who is a devotee here? No devotees here. No. But it is revolutionary. It is something we have to pass this level. Otherwise, our practicing, our whatever we may try, if it's not has not a base of surrender, then it will be imitation. It will only be a show. So the devotee has to conceive, to feel that he is meant for Krishna. He is not an independent entity. He is dependent on Krishna, the highest absolute center, and nothing else. There's any question maybe, or anything to comment on? Yeah. No. To identify with the interest of our family, society, or country is extended selfishness. But all false identification must be eliminated. You must be neither selfish nor entangled in external selfishness. Rather, all sides of foreign contamination must be eliminated from our conception of self. All outside demands must be cancelled. Then we shall feel in our innermost hearts that we are connected with the whole of the infinite, the Absolute. So this is very high, actually, and many of us will not be able to reach this plane in this lifetime. Perhaps we have to go many lifetimes. Actually, we are already many lifetimes practicing, but we have forgotten. We are trying, because of we cannot leave the external plane. And so we can go on life after life, and we will meet devotees perhaps if we are fortunate. Then we will continue. We will join a movement who is preaching, and we will come to Vrindavan. We will sit in Radha Kund and we'll hear what we have heard already many lifetimes. But we have forgotten. We do not remember what we have took. Actually, here we may remember. But 2 weeks ago, what we are eating for breakfast. So what to say of your past life? We do not remember. And nothing external is required for our success. The only thing required of us is that we dismantle the ego's cover. The ego is collecting some foreign elements, but that foreign collection box must be dissolved, finished. And then in our innermost hearts we shall find our connection with the fundamental plane of loving service to the organic whole. So both enjoyment and renunciation are abnormal. So enjoyment is abnormal. If you want to practice realized spiritual life. And also austerity or renunciation. They are of 2 kinds of demons. So enjoyment and renunciation, both are demons. They are 2 kinds of demons. Enjoyment or exploitation, and eternal rest or renunciation. These 2 tendencies are our enemies. A higher positive life is possible only when we become fully independent of both exploitation and renunciation. A higher positive life is possible only when we become fully independent of both exploitation and renunciation. The one thing is the main thing is that we are running only for our personal happiness. So exploitation means we want to exploit this material world for our sense gratification. This is wrong. And the second is then you want to renounce it. You want to give it up. But what you can give up, what belongs to you, what is ours, nothing belongs to you. When you have to go, nothing belongs to you. You cannot take anything with you. Even Mr. Musk is his name? You know a few more. We cannot take 1 cent with him, not 1 paisa. It is illusory. It is a dream-like. So they will go on, and according to their activities they perform next lifetime, they will take birth again and go on. Dreaming. It is dreaming. It is temporary. Like night time you dream, it seems for you as a long time or short, whatever. But it is a dream. And when you wake up, the clock is ringing, then you thought, my God, what was this? It was a dream. When you leave this body, you will the same thing you will think. What was this? But enjoyment and renunciations are abnormal. They are two kinds of demons, enjoyment and exploitation, and eternal rest or renunciation. Renunciation means that I give up everything in this material world to exploit it. And they want to take eternal rest, means slumber, no activities. But it is also done by the false ego. I want to get out from this suffering, what I experienced. I have renounced everything. Now I want to take rest. I want to take rest now. I am looking for my personal good. So everything will help us if we can see it in connection with the sender. On the other hand, the kind of exclusive renunciation practiced by the Shankarites and Buddhists is not recommended by our line. We are concerned to harmonize things so that everything will remind us of our duty towards the Absolute, encourage us to dedicate ourselves to Him. There's in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Shloka Papachika Jaya Udya Harisam Bandi Vastuna Mumukshupi Patityago Vairagyam Balgur Katyati. There's one more, but we read the translation. To neglect the environment, thinking that it is filled with undesirable material things, won't help us. That is not correct. Everything within the environment should remind us of the Absolute. In that spirit we should move, thinking, accept me and connect me with the service of our Lord. So it means when we go to the streets, when we look to the shop, we are not looking for our personal satisfaction. I want to enjoy these things and these things and these things, and ladies on the street. He sees everything connected with Krishna. Everything He has created such wonderful things. How can I offer it to Him? How is He would be satisfied? I see a beautiful lady, or a man, a lady, a beautiful man, or attractive man. Then we should think, this is Krishna's. They are all meant for Krishna, for His enjoyment. I am not. I am a servant. I am not the enjoyer. So when I get this kind of eyes, seeing everything connected with Krishna, everything, also those things what going on in our mad mind, everything what appears, we offer to Krishna. It is His, it belongs to Him. And He will not He will not send negative things. This we tolerate. We just we are neutral to this. So thinking, accept me and connect me with the service of our Lord. When the environment is seen with the correct vision, everything will help, encourage, and excite us in our service to the sender. We are living in an organic whole, a system, and that system is composed of the owner and the owned. the possessor of the potency and the different types of potencies. Shakti, Shaktiman. So we are not the possessor of the potency. We are not the owner of the potency. So we are the potency. We are enjoyed, and the Supreme Lord, the source of everything, is the enjoyer. So if we support Him in this way, then we have understood. Then we will attain the transcendental plane and will become a member. Ajutta Gotra means become a member of Krishna's family, wherever we may feel attracted to. If there's some question or some, you may ask, that I'm not speaking to the walls. Radhe, Radhe. The Lord's potency is dynamic, and that dynamicism is always producing rasa, or the flavor of ecstasy. The whole lila is producing ecstasy, anandam rasam. Krishna himself is the emporium and of rasa. Akila Rasamrita Murti, Anandamaya Vilas. Dynamic movement is a necessity in his lila. It cannot be eliminated. So the highest relation we can have to Krishna is those who are very close to him, like the gopis and the parents. So whatever ecstasy they experience, they are not enjoying this ecstasy for themselves. They want to avoid these things. They not want to accept these things. They think this is Krishna, and their love and their attraction to Krishna becomes deeper and deeper. So even if you experience some ecstasy through chanting or to higher source, well, it comes from the higher source. Those who are very intimate with the Lord, they reject this because this disturbs their service. So they are not they have no tendency to enjoy for themselves. They always have the mood, my Lord, He must be happy, He must enjoy. This is the deepest and highest plane we can, according to the Shastras and the saints. So dynamic movement is a necessity in his lila. It cannot be eliminated. And that movement is always producing a noble ecstasy which feeds every atom of the spiritual world. In that transcendental abode, Krishna is the center who attracts everything and uses rasa and anandam, ecstasy and joy, within everything. This is the nature of the movement and the absolute. It is not static, but dynamic, filled with movement, and that movement is pradipatam gunamrita svaradamam. At every point, every step, it produces a new type of joy, which is infinite. It is not the stale and sterile joy we find here. This is something one must experience also. And I told this many times, but this was so impressive to me when I came first to India. This was 77 or something like this. In South India, Rameshwara, this way, holy place, Vaikunta place. Not only South India, and later, 2 years later in Bengal, also same. When I saw these children, the people who are living there, such a pure pleasure and or such purity they had. Their laughing was like shining of a sun, you know, complete natural, you know. And then when I come back after some time to the West and airport, I saw people, many people, and I thought, I'm living, what is this? This is like hell compared with this what I experienced there. Artificial, everything artificial, you know, not coming from the heart. It is, everything is fake, you know. So this was my impression in the beginning. It is not the stale and sterile joy we find here in this material world. Because they have not experienced, or Westerners have not experienced, especially on the whole planet actually, what real joy means. Because if you would know this, then you would see the world in a complete different way. Nowadays, people become like ghosts, you know. This carnival, Fasching, everyone dresses, he wants to be a clown, or the other one wants to be a cowboy or something like this. In the spring they make this. It is like this, you know. They're playing different positions, different roles, and think this is happiness. Now I am an Indian or American Indian or a cowboy. And this is joy. But this is not real. This has nothing to do with joy. This is death. This is the proper conception of the Absolute, the organic whole, which is always working and moving, is full, and its fullness is ever new. It is not standing or static. It moves in such a way that at every second, every minute, it is always producing new, unknown, infinite joy. We can purchase the joy only by paying the highest price, self-sacrifice. That ticket is very valuable, which can give us admission into the plane of automatic movement, moving joy, which is ever new at every second. And the ticket is wholesale self-sacrifice. So the ticket into the spirit world is self-sacrifice. Means all my desires I have in this world, all I and my thinking has to be given up. This is the ticket to the spiritual world. So that sacrifice is joyful, and one may taste the wonderful joy even here in the world, in this world. Where at every moment everything is dying. It is give and take. If we want to gain something noble, we must also give. We must be generous in our dedication. Then we shall receive amply from that side. Wholesale self-dedication is the price. And in return we shall be filled up with ecstasy, anandam buddhivaranam. We shall feel that we are in the midst of an ocean of joy. At present we are searching after a joyous feeling, like one who searches for a glass of water in the midst of the desert. But by dedication we will find that we are in an ocean of joy, whose soothing sweetness is increasing at every moment. The quality of joy has variety, and it comes to help us in our serving attitude, so that every moment we may be free, or we may feel new encouragement. So we have to inquire from the proper agent, follow his advice and try to understand how to improve our condition. At that time we should be conscious that the chance we have to render devotional service is rarely found. It is not very cheap. Therefore we must utilize every minute, every second, every moment. We should be very much alert that the moment not be lost, that our attempt to dedicate ourselves may continue constantly without being interrupted. That stage of dedication is called nishtha. So continuously meditating, continuously always be conscious that I am a servant of my Lord. And when we attain that stage, our taste is further improved, and we will be more and more encouraged and go forward and make progress towards ultimate fulfillment. What time is now? Oh, it is.
38 minutes.
30?
38 minutes.
38. That's over. Then, if there's anything more to say, otherwise we can continue. It is, I think, not so easy to digest. So we're not reading too much. Give some time to digest, maybe. Someone understands. Yeah.
Because the Maharaj, the environment here in the Holy Town, for example, you see that everything grows as it grows, or it is as it is. Nobody changes too much. In the West, everything has to be exactly as we think it should be. Everything straight and cut and as we like it.
This is the mentality, in the Holy Dham here. In the West, it is everybody wants to be the controller, the doer, the boss. This mentality is there, the enjoyer, the creator of new things. But in the Holy Dham, everything goes according to Radharani's will. That's because you cannot explain how do this, when they do parikram, you know, that thousands of people, you know, in there with their bikes and with their, if you imagine this in the West, then there would be, they would kill each other. They could not tolerate, you know. They are moving according to Krishna's will. They see everything Radharani's will. They are all devotees. They have from nature, they are more tolerant. They are, in the past it was more, but now all over India, practically what I have seen, the tolerance is much, they are living dependent on the supreme will, you know. And the dogs, you know, they give a perfect example. They lie down middle in the street, there are thousands wandering and rickshaw coming, but they are sleeping peacefully there. They are not living in the material world. They are not ordinary animals. They are transcendental. If you are transcendental, you are not disturbed by this external thing. If you are complete on the transcendental plane, you move there without normal, without any, that you, whenever someone goes before you or someone is rambling, this is not, you don't check these things. It goes, everything goes harmonious, everything moves. And if someone is not on this level, then he creates disturbance. And you know immediately those who are on the transcendental plane, they know immediately whom you to avoid of. You see them, what is the difference between pure devotee and those who are living in the material world. But here everybody, this very powerful atmosphere, it moves according to the will of Radharani here, everything. And everybody gets his tests. Everybody, there's nobody else who gives you tests here, or you can, no one can blame. This is also known here. You should not blame others for anything. It is my karma, it is my past, what I am facing now. And I can clearly see what is my problem. Not others. It is everything directed by Supreme Lord. You may say, this I don't believe. Krishna, you can say, then he let you in disbelief. Yes, you go on. But you have to die, you will get sick, you will get old, you will take birth again, and you will go on thinking in this way. Yeah. There's a difference between a devotee, a real devotee, and a materialist. Devotee looks to a shop and he wanders and sees what he can buy for Krishna, what he can use in his service. Materialists look into the shops for their personal, what can I get for personal satisfaction. little difference, but in reality a big difference. Did I answer your question now? I don't know. Your question is gone. Something more to say then, otherwise we can close. Jai Srila Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Gurudev Nittalila Vaishtam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Digacharya Stodasa Sri Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Sri Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai. Sri Radha Kund ki Jai. Srimati Radha Rani ki Jai. Sri Shyam ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Brahmanandi.